Hi everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video, sponsored always by Trent Johnson State Farm. TrentIsMyAgent.com. Big fall is underway. Ice jam risk is increasing as well as big chunks of ice flow down these streams and rivers and get jammed up, leading to widely fluctuating water levels. And it's only going to get warmer. We'll be near, if not record warm, beyond next week as temperatures climb well into the 60s, even pushing 70 degrees, with the risk of isolated severe storms becoming apparent in the forecast. And the overall rainfall probability and rainfall coverage will tend to increase with time, especially beyond this weekend and then right through like February 18th, 19th, 20th, 23rd, that time frame. But don't get used to it because it is going to turn sharply colder late February and into early March. And we've got the risk of more snow and ice in the forecast as well. And this early fall spring will come to an end. You know, we've had a cold front go through today. We had a little band of clouds and nothing more than an isolated sprinkle very early this morning, but behind it we just don't have much cloudiness other than some high thin wispy cirrus clouds. This is just snowpack that we've got left over. Temperatures, you know, are in the 50s over a good chunk of the area. I toyed with the notion. I was looking at the HRRR model early this morning. I toyed with the notion of pushing the 50s north. I think I went for 42 at Rochester, to 53 at Cayuga and Rockville, and 48 in Lafayette. But then I thought, nah, we've got too much snow on the ground. I compared the air mass over southern Indiana with the snowpack yesterday, and their numbers were 40s, low 50s. But we have done very well today. I mean, it's 50 for the Purdue Airport. Even some areas that have 5-6 inches of snow underneath the weather sensor, the temperature, the thermometer, it's still 50, 52 degrees. 50 at Kokomo, 52 at Frankfort, 56 at Cayuga. We'll take it. 56 at Rockville, but still low 40s in the north though. 43 Winnemac, it's 44 at Maderryville, so 43 to 56 for temperatures area-wide. We might tack on another degree or two and then start to fall, and then you see the blue skies and the rapid melt of this snow cover. All right, tonight we'll have some low clouds coming from the northwest. We'll have a few low clouds tomorrow morning, and then some increasing high mid-level clouds tomorrow. We'll call tomorrow a partly cloudy day. We'll call tonight a partly to mostly cloudy night. And then some clouds increasing on Thursday, coming in from the northwest right here, but no rain associated with those. But what they will do is dim and fade that sun a little bit. You can see them thickening up a little bit right here. Then we watch for some rain coming in on Sunday. Saturday's looking better. It looks dry for Valentine's Day. Good to go on any dates during the evening, have dinner out. But some rain Sunday. That pulls away. And if you look, once this pulls away, the strong southwest wind coming in by Tuesday of next week, and it's really going to start to warm up in a big way ahead of the first of what could be 2 or 3 storm systems that bring showers and even a few thunderstorms. So we've got the first one here, right there, and then there'll be a second one behind it right here. And 2 or 3 of these will pass right up through February 17th, 18th, and then the 21st, 22nd kind of time frame. And the rainfall will add up. Now this model may be undercutting us a hair, but I do think there's going to be a band of heavier rain down here from Evansville and Paducah to Louisville, and maybe Jasper, Indiana. There are going to be some places that get 3 to 5 inches of rain total over this 12th through February 25th period. For us, a lot of the area is going to get a 2-inch out of it, 2 inches of rain total. Some places a little more than that, but good soaking rain. And also isolated severe weather risk. I do think we'll have at least one day where we have marginal, 1 out of 5 on the scale, to maybe slight risk of severe, 2 out of 5 on the scale. The conditions, the teleconnections certainly promote that notion. And we can see here via analog, the concentrated severe weather risk in mid-February is right here, southern Kentucky down to Mississippi. When we look at later February, like the 20th through the 25th, it shifts north. So you get into a little more concentrated severe weather risk in parts of southern and parts of central Indiana, all the way down into Mississippi and Arkansas. The tornado risk in mid-February is elevated right here, southern Kentucky to Mississippi, and then it shifts northward a little bit towards that later part of the month right here. This late February situation could be a pretty big outbreak. I mean, we're going to have severe weather off and on in this general zone for a week and a half. But this final one could be a pretty big outbreak, and some of that's going to get up here in Indiana as well. And behind that, it gets much colder. You get all this warmth here and eventually record warmth or near record warmth. But watch what's brewing out here. Much colder air nosing southeastward. And this is the kind of cold we've got coming in late February into early March. Temperatures way below normal and a pretty active storm track too. Warm west, cold central and east, and above normal precip all mean the opportunities for getting snow and ice in our forecast area. And in fact, projections show that we're going to lay down a deep snowpack again of more than 4 inches over the area by very early March. However, I think once we get through that, it's likely that the mid part of March, like, the 16th to the 21st, that part will be warm, and we're likely going to see 70s. And then that warm spell should end with a strong cold front with severe weather risk near the 22nd or so. And then I think that last week to week and a half of March will be quite cold, and we should have one more snowfall up our sleeve before we're finished for the spring. So today, again, anywhere from 44 to about 57, 58 for a high temperature. We'll likely peak in the mid-50s at the Purdue Airport. We're down to 27 tonight. We're 41 tomorrow. Winds out of the northwest. Kind of a partly cloudy sky, maybe kind of mostly cloudy for the early part of the day. There are your highs from mid-30s at Rochester to low 40s from Attica and Williamsport down to Cayuga, 39 Lebanon, 40 there at Flora. Thursday, 41, some patchy freezing fog in the morning, and then some kind of thickening high and mid-level clouds, but just a light northwest wind. Watch for a few patches of black ice during the morning as well, with some frost, and highs 35 to 43 should do it for Thursday. We're 47 on Friday with the sun. Valentine's Day is some increasing clouds, but 50. 52 on Sunday, some rainfall, maybe a morning shower, then some sun on President's Day with 47, but 57 degrees on Tuesday. 50s to near 60 Wednesday, and then we're in the 60s next Thursday, Friday with showers and thunderstorms coming in.